These homemade strawberry Pop-Tarts are packed with fresh strawberry flavor. And this one goes out to the New York woman who sued Kellogg's for not having enough strawberries in their Pop-Tarts. All you have to do is heat your strawberries, white sugar, cornstarch, lemon juice, and lemon zest over medium-low heat. After a few minutes, the strawberries will release their juices and become soft. At this point, you can use a potato masher to mash the strawberries into a pulp. You want it to be fairly smooth, but I like a couple chunks too. Once you're happy with the texture, turn the heat up to medium-high and then continuously stir until the mixture thickens and darkens slightly. At this point, remove it from the heat and transfer to a bowl, then chill in the fridge for about an hour. Once the filling has cooled, it's time to roll out your pie dough. I just used a store-bought sheet of pie dough, but of course if you have your favorite recipe, you can use that instead. The idea here is to roll it out into a rectangle that's roughly 8 by 12 inches. And trigger warning for all the perfectionist viewers out there, I'm really bad at cutting straight lines. So my rectangles ended up a bit wonky, but basically you just want to end up with between 8 and 10 rectangular slices. But these are homemade and rustic, so really don't stress too much about the sizes of these. As long as each piece has a pair that's about the same size, you're good to go. Transfer the slices of pie dough to a cookie sheet lined with parchment paper, and then lightly brush with egg wash, which is just 1 beaten egg mixed with a splash of water. Make sure you save that egg wash though, because you're going to need it later. Now scoop on roughly 1 tablespoon of the strawberry filling right into the center of each slice. Carefully spread the filling out, leaving about a 1/4 inch of empty space all the way around the rectangle. Next, place a piece of pie dough that's about the same size over top and use a fork to crimp the edges together. Make sure it's fully sealed to avoid strawberry from leaking out in the oven. And to prevent the Pop-Tarts from exploding in the oven, use a knife to cut small slits in the top to allow steam to escape. But we're not quite ready to bake these yet. For the best texture, refrigerate the assembled Pop-Tarts for about 20 minutes. After they have chilled, brush with the excess egg wash from before, and then bake in a preheated 400-degree oven for 15 minutes or until golden brown. Allow them to cool down, and in the meantime, let's make a frosting. Simply combine 1 cup of powdered sugar, also known as icing sugar, with 3 to 4 tablespoons of heavy whipping cream, as well as a splash of vanilla extract. And pro tip, it's best to sift your powdered sugar beforehand to prevent lumps. Then once the mixture is super smooth and the Pop-Tarts have cooled, drizzle icing over top of each Pop-Tart and gently spread it out. I tried to leave space around the edges to mimic the look of real Pop-Tarts, and then I added some colorful sprinkles on top. But unlike brand name Pop-Tarts, I wouldn't recommend putting these in the toaster. The icing would completely melt off, and even if you leave the icing off, the strawberry filling would likely ooze out. So if you want to reheat these, I'd recommend doing it in the oven or in the microwave. Click on one of these other great videos and subscribe for more amazing recipes.